Hello, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in again. This is
Refining Perspectives.
My name is Tobani
And
Vumendaba.
I am Buhlali Buzani.
We welcome you to another fabulous episode of Refining Perspectives. And thank you so much for tuning in. Well, each and every time, I always like to remind you that we are also available on YouTube. So please do go ahead and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And without wasting no time, we're going to be diving straight into today's episode. And today we're talking about Bazotina Bantu syndrome,
Yes,
and how that correlates or links to how you view yourself and being there for yourself. So please call your friends, your family, and everyone else to come to the table and watch Refining Perspectives. We'll be right back.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Well, welcome back. As I said, this is Refining Perspectives. Today, bro, we're talking about Bazotina Bantu syndrome
Hey, bro.
and how that correlates
Yeah.
to being there for yourself.
Okay. You always the one asking questions, bro.
Exactly.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Right
Now the tables are turning.
Yeah, the tables
Okay.
are turning. And glad to have you back, everybody. Bro, I want to ask you, first and foremost, what is the Bazotina Bantu syndrome?
Okay. And I think everyone knows this.
Okay.
You know when you're about to do something,
Yeah.
or maybe you're already doing something, and
Yeah.
you look around and like, hey, Bazotina Bantu.
Bazotina Bantu, yeah.
And the syndrome
Yeah.
is more directed
Yeah.
to the negative part
Okay.
of the Bazotina Bantu syndrome.
Okay.
Because I believe that it comes in both ways,
Yes.
positive and also negative.
Yes, absolutely.
You are able to say, hey, Bazotina Bantu, and you refrain from doing something that was wrong.
Yeah.
Now, the part that we're talking about today is the negative side of that, where you find that you are supposed to be doing, or you even had a great idea,
Yeah.
and you were going to live out your genuine self.
Yeah.
But because of societal norms, you
hold
end up
back.
saying, yo,
So, bro, perhaps
Bazotina Bantu.
with what you're saying, bro, like omyumduzoti, no, but you can't call it a syndrome because I just say Bazotina Bantu there and there. Maybe we're trying to say that it's more than ukuthi Bazotina Bantu, but as a phrase. But Bazotina Bantu is an actual mindset.
And it's a symptom
Yes, okay.
of many other problems
that are there. Underlying. So the whole point of us being here on Refining Perspectives is to bring this perspective to light. To say, okay, this is the norm, this is the standard procedure. It's normal for people to say Bazotina Bantu. But have we looked onto the flip side to see what are the implications of this
because
mindset?
If you think about it, Bazotina Bantu also backs up FOMO.
Okay.
The fear of missing out.
Yes.
Because sometimes you are able to rush kwinto eyenzekayo ngoku. Not because you are really for that. But simply because you and funa uba ostracize yo bazawuthina abantu xa ndingayazi.
That goes to the part that you say that being there for yourself interlinks with Bazotina Bantu. Because the fear of missing out, we are actually missing out on ourselves. First. So imagine that.
No, bro, wait. I don't think Umbugeli caught that. You're saying that we have a fear of missing out. And we chase after izinto that we don't want to miss out on.
Yes.
But the actual truth is that we are missing out on ourselves.
We're missing out on experiencing ourselves, Tops. We're missing out on embracing ourselves. We're missing out on accepting ourselves for who we are. And then experiencing the world from that light.
Sure. Perhaps maybe then this speaks to even what we always talk about, your self-identity. And because if we are missing out on ourselves, then into your identity, who am I actually?
Absolutely.
That's why you even find that we are just living. And even when we are found in places that could help us to get to know who we are,
Absolutely.
we still cinefomo.
Yeah.
If maybe you know, I can make an example of maybe religious institutions where you go to church and that's where you're supposed to discover who you are through Christ, but yet unefomo of the religious activity that is going on here. And you act like.
And perhaps that then brings us to the implications of the Bazotina Bantu syndrome and the mindset that it comes with. It comes with the mindset of comparison. You find yourself comparing yourself to other people. And now here's the thing. Whenever you look outwardly, then look inwardly, you will always find deficit or you will always find incompletion.
No matter what state you are in.
Do you know why?
Do you know,
it's also
why?
When you're building a house, you don't look at a hospital. Do you get what I'm saying? When you build a house, you look at the plan and then you build it according to its own plan. Now you'll find us.
And you build it according to the purpose that you want it to serve.
Absolutely.
So you can't, perhaps maybe you're opening a can of worms, because now when I think about the analogy that you have made, it goes into different areas.
Absolutely.
It even goes into, sometimes then can be positive comparison. In a way that, let's say for instance, you are going to be building a hospital, which is also going to serve a similar purpose to another hospital. You can reference, but don't compare. You see?
You can, exactly. That's the problem. And that's what this mindset has come with. And we see it like from abazali betsiyantana kakhulu. But you'll find that's where abazali would compare children to man. It's supposed to be inspiration, a point of reference. But not to account to find no
The purpose is not the same.
Because exactly, it's not the same. These people are different.
Sure.
So that also goes to say, like Nyanike, when I talks, but we need to understand that yes, inspiration is good, but nalabazothina bantu tobs uzanalandi ba ubani equally fit lento ka society ayifunayo. Now lona umntana uthene black sheep ke ngoku.
Can I
tell you something? I've been the black sheep. I don't know about you, but I've been the black sheep for most of my life.
And I think ubazothina bantu then comes to kind of because it's not nice being the black sheep.
It's not nice.
Where you find yourself hey, man, the norm is not like this.
And bro, like for example, just before we go to an ad break, like for example, for me, bro, one thing that I know and I've experienced in my life, I went to go and study, and I studied quantity surveying, something that was very conventional. I'm someone, like innovative and I'm a critical thinker. And I was using bills of quantities that were 1976. So the way that you would count or quantities of a house in 1976, that was the same book I was using in 14. So now you'll find that, bro, I was in Pizzagil, and I decided to drop out. That's me as Mutlal. Not drop out to say that education is bad, no. But like I was doing something that I wasn't meant to be doing. Now obviously I'm studying. But my point is, the first reaction from Abazali, even though they love me, they had to think, yo, bazothina bantu. Do you get what I'm saying?
My child, drop out of school.
Drop out of school. Exactly, But I don't want to lie, bro. I don't know. Maybe I know that there are older people who are listening right now, like Abazali. And I want to say, like, the one thing where, like, I feel like you're on the right where I am is that my parents then accepted me for who I am. And when they accepted me for who I am, Baba Katalaban Bazotini. They started taking.
And that acceptance of who you are, it's not this negative one that we always kind of allude to.
Yes.
Where you find we still need to grow out of certain bad habits. But we say, no, accept my family. It's that acceptance of, this is the kind of person that I am. I'm innovative, and the space that society dictates for me to be in, I don't fit that mold.
I don't fit there. So now it gets to a point where, like, parents get to understand then, but no man, I'm not trying to create a replica that's already in society. When I'm bringing up umntwana, man, khulisa umntwana ozokwazi uzisa uniqueness yakhe, difference yakhe into the world. So part of your responsibilities now as a parent is to nurture those parts difference and affirm those parts. Because part of why Tobani we end up fitting in, we end up wanting to succumb to society's pressures. City high peer pressure is because endlini
you were not affirmed. Sometimes you even find that you are even ridiculed, not just outside but kwalapha.
And we always say, I mean, we've had a session as well on refining perspectives, that there are this mindset is not a thing of black parents or anything like that. But the mindset, bro, is come from the oppression of the apartheid system and the pressure.
Where the only way of really being successful was fitting through a certain mold. So now we do understand that there is a good intention. I'm afraid if you don't fit this mold, you won't make it. The times have changed. And I think we need to be able to also understand that you can't at a point whereby when you're growing as a young person, you get to learn, even if maybe I stand a chance of not making it, but that's my burden to carry
as well. And
so as Mzali, then you say, okay, I will support you.
Exactly.
Because what you are doing, I know it's good and I know this is who you are.
And Tom, most of the time, the support that we need as young people is not monetary. But it's validation, it's affirmation, it's appreciation. And it's all those good intangible things that are able to drive us. Because our generation, I like to think, is not a generation that's monetary driven. We are not driven by like no, we are driven by passion. We seek purpose. We seek mening in life.
True. It has been said that we are the generation that wants to have impact. So to really just validate what you are saying. So Ayanand, it's not really to sikuba niggas mal niggas and don't, but at least let me know what I'm not crazy to think the way that I think.
Listen here. I want to tell you that I've thought I'm crazy countless times. So if you tuned in and you have had a moment where you thought you were crazy, know that Tobani and I have thought that we were crazy.
You are not. You are definitely not. Your dreams are valid. So I want you to stay tuned, Mbugele Kai, because we are going to come back with the second segment of this show, and we are going to be talking now. What do you do now when you find yourself, okay, I'm already in this state where, I'm doubting myself and I'm failing to be there for myself. In fact, maybe what do you even guys mean when you talk about being there for yourself? So please do stay tuned. If Kambabiza or Mama no Makazi for the first part, Kambabiza for the second part. We're coming back now.
In a world where there's so much information, do we know what shapes our ideas? Join Lebo and Musayo Refining Perspectives exclusive, talking leadership and more on Tuesdays on Radio 537.
Well, guys, thank you for coming back again. I hope Mbamizilo Makazi, no mama, no tatbao, no tata, no puti. With that being said, bro, we're still talking about now Tamumbugeli at home. Uti. Guys, I hear what you guys are saying. I plead guilty. As we pleaded guilty even before we shot this. And Uti Uba, I have neglected my dreams. I have neglected a lot that I was aspiring for in my life because I could not fit the people's mold. So I then decided that I should neglect all of that to become the best son my parents can have, or to fit this perfect mold that people or society want. So now what now?
What now?
Where do I start? How do I then start becoming there for myself? And perhaps, bro, I'll pose that to you first.
I think, bro, it comes back to what we said in the beginning. Being there for yourself. Because that is maybe the subtitle of today's episode. What we always talk about is the importance of knowing this person, who you are. Because eyonanto apho isuka khona nalanto yokuba you want to then fit the mold yabanye abantu, and then you succumb to that pressure. I think most of the time, Klamye, you will agree or disagree with me, is because we barely know ourselves. We barely have an idea of who we are, our potential, our mission, our purpose that we are here to fulfill. And so then when the pressure comes, it comes, you know, there's something that, there's a quote that says, you can't pour from an empty cup. So now you try to stand, you know, but you are empty inside because you are content that makes you you are not, let me put it this way, you have nothing that you are convicted about when it comes to you. If someone comes to you and says, look at where you are, sometimes, and you are a young boy, poor my friend, what do you think you can make of yourself? And inside of you are already empty, and then you're like, look around, and you're like, you see. But when you are convicted about something, because I don't think that you can ever be able to stand that pressure if there's nothing that you are convicted about. No man, there is a purpose that I'm here to fulfill. It might not be crystal clear from the beginning, but as time goes on, you crystallize it, and I'm like, no man, there is a purpose. That's when then you are even able to stand, because I think the biggest pressure is the one that comes from home, as we alluded to this even before. But what then is able to keep you standing is that conviction of what I have a purpose to fulfill, and there's nothing wrong with me being this kind of person that I am.
And I think, bro, that comes with you understanding that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, so that you can be able to know that nothing about you is a mistake. Yes, you may have been born by mistake, but you being here on earth, you being alive at this moment, should mean that you are here for a reason. And that's where I think that's the departure point. And that's why I loved it when you spoke about purpose, because I was going to say that you need to seek meaning. And seeking meaning is not outwardly. Meaning starts within. Seek meaning for wena isikusakho yokuba okay, like for sometimes people can be a point of reference. That's why we are social beings. You may not realize things that you are good at, but other people around you may say, hey, Yazubani, you're actually quite good at this. And then those are the type of things you need to start asking yourself, do I take Indetile seriously? And do I love Indetile? And then that's when you start realizing, okay, now wait, this can be the instrument that is used to impact the world.
How many times have we neglected those treasures in ourselves, in our character, simply because someone said, it's not going to work?
For many a times, bro. For many a times. Because like, and that's perhaps where most of ourselves, like even me, I've found myself there. Like the gift of speaking. Only one can think that I was speaking since early ages. No, I used to be nervous, like and all of that. And that's because like I was told that I can't, like I would never, I can't speak. Like I can't speak. So now that's what I thought.
So now to do what is innate with you, you need extra. You need to kind of like have much more within you to actually become that which you are.
You already are. So like, and we're not saying that Abona like raw talent can't be made into skill.
Definitely.
Or craft. No, absolutely it can. But like, what do we understand? We accept, okay, this is my gift. This is what I'm good at. Okay, society might not be saying this is the best thing to have, but now if I can hold on to this light
and hone it
and harness it and make sure that I do the best of it, bro, I'm telling you, people will need what you have.
Definitely. Yeah. You know, there's as you're speaking, I'm thinking of a quote by Dr. Miles Monroe.
Yeah.
He says, he says, you'll never become a person of value unless people seek that which you have.
Yeah.
And that which you have is valuable.
Yeah.
So he makes an example of gold.
Yeah.
OT, gold, silver, all these minerals.
Yeah.
You don't need even you don't necessarily need zona uba zize kuwe. We work hard to dig them, to find them, and when they're at their purest, we go and spend money on them. So I'm just thinking to it, because talking about even how you need to harness the raw talent that you have, so that it may become valuable. Because sometimes you can say, I've been lied to. And the problem, you think that raw inje is going to instantaneously make miracles. It does happen sometimes, but not always.
And perhaps, Tobbs, that's when in the next episode, maybe we'll allude on to that work, which is the raw, like understanding that we have value, but gold needs to be refined, and understanding that intrinsic value it grows over time. And so
it's not an overnight type of sensation.
Which is compared to what we've been sold. That is,
and Galoko, that's what we've been sold, and it's quite sad that even today we are still sold that type of and
you're going to say that
get to say right.
So that's why we would rather like overcompensate with these phones, with these
and everything
because of how depleted we are internally. So if anything, what we're trying to say, Tobbs, today is that being there for yourself and how it interlinks with Bazotina Band. First and foremost, start finding meaning, and really, secondly, make sure that being there for yourself doesn't mean now you're selfish. But being there for yourself means that you are able to consider Tobbs, you know, people that are healthy, people that diet, they guard what they eat, they guard what they consume. So now it goes with you considering yourself. You need to protect, have boundaries. Many people don't have boundaries.
You know, to what you are saying, talking about diet.
Okay.
One person once put it like this: what you put in is what you will give out. So now, talking about really considering yourself, I think it comes even to that, considering what you put in, so that, because you can never be effective enough and be impactful in a positive way to the people around you if you don't even watch what you put into yourself, because you are going to take that out on them as well. If you put into yourself all the kind of I don't know what to term it in a nice way, but rubbish. That's what you're going to take out. And that's what people are going to get from you as well. So if then you really want to live a life of purpose and you really want to be impactful, then you've got to watch. You go to, no, man, I can't be putting in
everything.
And
bro,
sorry to
no problem.
Then that speaks even to your own thoughts about yourself.
That's where I was going to go, bro, and say the book that we love the most, it says, what defiles a man is not what comes.
Exactly.
What goes into his mouth. So, literally, what goes into your mouth. What defiles a man is what goes out of his heart. So, so now the heart is where the thoughts of the self-image is. So do you get what I'm saying?
What you're saying.
So basically, what we live out and those thoughts of ourselves is highly influenced, also by the information, the knowledge that we capture. Do you get what I'm saying? So
watch.
Maybe
as we close today's episode.
As you say, watch. And don't deceive yourself. You must know your weaknesses as a person, And we're not saying that you have perfect days, but being there for yourself absolutely means that you take care of yourself. Like the content that you consume on social media, the content that you consume on TV. I know a lot of people, they love reality TV shows and all of that, And but like you'd be so surprised. It's good to detox anything. Like like it's fine.
Yeah.
But too much of anything is
It's
bad.
bad, yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that like you'll find now abantu they adapt the characters
Exactly,
that they get
watch.
there, that they watch. Like we idolize people on social media. Truth is, those people only show us the facade, the good side of things. They don't show us the crux
Everything.
of it. So if anything, you owe yourself truth to yourself. You owe yourself to be there for yourself. And yeah, bro, I think also just in closing, the other part of Bazutina Bandu syndrome is the fact that sometimes you can be a people pleaser, which is horrible. Even if you're in a religious institution, you don't want to be the person that's always patted on the back. You know, you want to be the person that can stand for truth. And truth is what you live out from the inside out, yabo. You can't really express truth outside in. You can't. Truth is lived
within, coming out.
Yeah.
So Mpulaphuli Mbukelekhaya, thank you so much for joining us again. In my closing words, watch what is within your heart. Watch the doubts that you have about yourself. Ask yourself those fundamental questions. What is going on within me? So that you may be able to come to the reality of who you are. Because if you don't watch, then even everything that we have just said in this episode will be fruitless for you. So Mpulaphuli Mbukelekhaya, watch, take that time and examine yourself. And up until next time,
goodbye.
go serve your cake.